What's up, guys? Luke here from Luke's Points and Miles, and today I want to talk about airline cards from an airline that we don't talk about a lot on the channel. A couple days ago on my YouTube channel, I posted a survey and I told the viewers that I was thinking about planning a family vacation to Hawaii. And I wanted to stay a couple days in LA and then fly to Hawaii from there. And I asked them, which airline would you recommend for a trip like that? And surprisingly enough, a lot of people suggested Hawaiian Airlines. Now, I have never flown Hawaiian Airlines, and I have never really considered it until now. Started doing a little bit of research on Hawaiian Air, and I wanted to share with people that they do have two pretty decent credit cards issued by Barclays Bank. And I just wanted to talk a little bit about that today. So if you're new to the channel, we talk about credit cards, points, miles, cashback, and travel. If you're interested in that sort of thing, hit the subscribe button. We are going to be around for a while, and we will be providing you with new content every week. And if you get any value at all out of this video, please hit the like button. It'll help with the YouTube algorithm, and it'll help get this information out to people who can use it. So Hawaiian Airlines, what do we know about Hawaiian Airlines? Well, they are the largest operator to and from the Aloha State. They're based in Honolulu, and they are the 10th largest commercial airline in the US. I did not know that. They also operate flights to Asia, American Samoa, Australia, French Polynesia, and New Zealand. So a lot bigger than I thought. Now, Hawaiian Airlines are not a member of any of the alliances, but they do partner with China Airlines, Japan Air, JetBlue, Korean Air, Virgin Atlantic, like everyone, and Virgin Australia. And they do have two cards issued by Barclays Bank, a personal credit card and a business credit card. So if you are a sole proprietor or you run a small business, you may be eligible to double dip on this and get two fairly decent credit cards. The first one I want to talk about is the personal card. Now, the personal card does have a pretty good bonus right now. The bonus is in two tiers. The first tier is 60,000 Hawaiian miles for just $2,000 spent in 90 days. Pretty good. Now, the second tier, which I would suggest you going for should you get this card, is an additional 20,000 Hawaiian miles for a total of $4,000 spent in the first 6 months. In my opinion, if you're going to get the card, get all 80,000 miles. That's not a huge amount of spend, especially for a MasterCard. And again, that is the Hawaiian Airlines World Elite MasterCard. So in my opinion, really good bonus. Now, what does the card earn? Well, most airline cards don't earn great bonus categories, and this one is at least a little bit better than a lot of them I reviewed. It earns 3 times Hawaiian miles on Hawaiian Air purchases. But it also gives you double miles on gas, dining, and grocery. So if you don't have a bunch of credit cards and you don't have a dedicated card for those categories, this one can pull double duty and you can start racking up those Hawaiian miles. Also, the card earns 1 mile per dollar on everything else. Now, the card does have some other interesting features. The card has no foreign transaction fees, which I think is a big deal. And we a lot of times forget about that until we go overseas or go to a different country. And then we're kind of searching around to find which Visa or MasterCard doesn't have foreign transaction fees. But this one doesn't have them, which is good. You get a free check bag on Hawaiian Airlines. I would think most of us that are going to Hawaii are probably going to be checking a bag. Some pretty good savings there. But the card comes with a one-time 50% off companion ticket for a round-trip ticket between Hawaii and North America. Now, depending on where you live in North America, that could be a substantial savings. So half off taking your significant other to Hawaii. And that's a one-time deal. Now, the card also has an anniversary credit. It's a $100 companion discount annually after your card anniversary. And this is a $100 companion discount for a round-trip ticket between Hawaii and North America. So again, if you are someone who is going to be going to Hawaii every year, this is a way to save some money. Now, of course, Hawaiian miles never expire, and the card comes with a $99 annual fee. Honestly, if myself and my significant other go to Hawaii, the 50% off companion ticket and the $100 companion discount yearly will completely offset that $99. And next we have the Hawaiian Airlines World Elite Business MasterCard. And I want to say this before we continue on with the business cards. It is debatable whether Barclays reports their business cards to your personal credit. I have received different data points, but there are enough data points that suggest Barclays may actually count your business credit cards and report them to your personal credit. So I would probably get with them to find that out for sure, or do your own due diligence if you do not want your business cards reporting to your personal credit. But the business card, it also has a two-tiered bonus, and it's a good one. 50,000 Hawaiian miles for only $1,000 spent in the first 90 days. Super easy, right? The second tier is an additional 40,000 Hawaiian miles for a total of $6,000 spent in the first 12 months of having the card. Again, that's a total of 90,000 Hawaiian miles and a pretty easy threshold to meet with a MasterCard. Now, this card also includes the one-time 50% off companion discount for a round-trip ticket between Hawaii and North America. That by itself should be hundreds of dollars for most people. The card earns 3 times Hawaiian miles on Hawaiian airline purchases, double miles on gas, dining, and office supply stores. So if you don't have an office supply store, it's probably a good idea to think about having one. It's a category not normally offered with personal cards. Usually you have to go with the business side. And it earns 1 Hawaiian mile on everything else. Now, this card also has no foreign transaction fees, again, making it a little more valuable, especially when we forget about those things. And this card also has a $99 annual fee. Now, you will notice a couple things missing from the business card. There's no free check bag as far as I know. I couldn't see it in the terms and conditions. And it also does not have that anniversary discount. Now, who are these cards for? Obviously, I think these cards have value for anyone who wants to go to Hawaii. And I think it has a lot of value for people who want to go to Hawaii multiple times. And when I say Hawaii, I know a lot of people's dream vacations have a stopover in Hawaii when they're on their way to Bora Bora or French Polynesia. I think there's a lot of options here. I think if you are someone planning a honeymoon in a year or two, or someone who's planning that giant, awesome, aspirational family vacation to Hawaii, or for a particularly special anniversary, I think there's some definite options here. And in my opinion, if you're going to get one of these cards, I would get both of them. Now, I think if you're going to go to Hawaii more than once, I think the personal card is a good one to get. And as far as business credit goes, I'm a big fan of business credit. I think when you're using business credit cards, it takes the optionality up another level, because if I want to keep the business card for a year or maybe 2 and then cancel it, I'm not super worried about canceling that line of credit in my business's name, as long as it's not counting against my personal credit. So me personally, if I get one of these cards, I will probably want to get both. Getting both would give you almost 200,000 Hawaiian miles right off the rip. And most first class flights I've seen from North America are right around 125,000 Hawaiian miles. So with both of the bonuses, you're very close at getting 2 first class or business class tickets. And obviously Hawaiian miles are a transfer partner with American Express. So really easy to top that off to get the 250,000 Hawaiian miles. And me personally, when I first put this option together and put this video together, the reason why I did it was because I thought it would just be fitting and be very cool to fly into Hawaii on Hawaiian Airlines. The leis, the decor, just the whole atmosphere. I've never been to Hawaii. I do want to go, and I think getting both of these cards is a pretty good option to make that happen. Anyway, my question for you guys: have you been to Hawaii? Do you plan to go to Hawaii? I know things are a little bit crazy there now, but my other question is, if you've stayed around this long, if you have been to both of these places, please tell me which one is better, Hawaii or Bora Bora. Also, I want to remind you guys that the holidays are quickly approaching. If you are not using a cashback shopping portal for your gift giving, please consider using Rakuten. If you use our link below, you will receive $40 cash back on your very first purchase. You can also opt to earn American Express membership rewards points in lieu of cash back. So if you're not using a shopping portal, please consider it. And if you have stayed all the way to the end, we appreciate it and thank you.